How's it going, everybody? And welcome to another game of this running back season. I'm just gonna tell you guys again what I am aiming for in this running back career. I pretty much want to see how far I can get a team with a very strong, by being the centerpiece of a very strong running game. And for that, I have chosen the Cowboys because they have one of the best offensive lines out there. Um, whether it is for the run game or the pass game, they are a very tough and very consistent group of people. I want to say that they're the best in the league. They are rivaled by some other teams out there with a very strong running game, and since they have lost DeMarco Murray, they don't really have that centerpiece that at the running back position that can produce for them the way that DeMarco did. Um, so now that I have come into the picture, I'm gonna try to take care of that role in a very spectacular way, and of course to the best of my ability. Uh, so as far as the running game, what you should expect is my 110%, of course. I really can't tell you what we can expect on the passing game, given that I have no control whatsoever, other than the fact that I may be targeted a few times. Um, but other than that, the amount of the effect that we have on the passing game is almost non-existent. Um, but we're gonna work hard on what we can control and let everybody else um, do their jobs here. So, most of the time I'm gonna be running out of the shotgun. Um, but that doesn't mean that I'm gonna neglect the very basic running formations, such as as the weak formation, the strong formation, the I formation. I just believe that the shotguns are a very nice formation to run from if you know how to work that. Um, the blocks do become a little tricky. The gaps all of a sudden also become a little tricky coming from the shotgun. You see out there certain players, namely the Marco Murray, where he had success. From the basic weak formation, the strong formation, the pistol and all that. But when he went to the Eagles and started playing a lot from the shotgun, you saw his production going down considerably. Like I said, it has to do a lot with the mechanics of it. But right here, I'm gonna go ahead and try to risk a conversion simply because 4th and 2, it only makes sense. This is the second game of the season. There isn't really much on the line right now. But I believe that we need to start fast here if we want to get the Cowboys into the playoffs. If we want to consistently produce in the running game and in the passing game, we really have to be able to make conversions here. So unfortunately, we were not able to convert. So we had to go out and risk, making the conversion in the 4th. And right here, I just break out for another 1st and 10, and we get the chains moving, which is the best sound that a running back can get. Is when the referees get the change moving after a big run like that. This only means that we can continue to work the running game, and I'm going to take advantage of that fact. Unfortunately, I get stopped in the backfield right here. Most of these plays that I'm running right now from the coach's suggestion box is simply so that I can get acquainted, with my offensive line, the way they work, their strengths, their weaknesses, because a great part of the running game is determined. As much as the running back has a role in the running game, ultimately the offensive line also have a big part. They play a big part, big role in the running game, in the production or the lack of thereof. But we're gonna do our part, like I said. And at the end of the day, the success we see or the failures we see, it's gonna be on us, guys. I don't know if I mentioned this in the first episode, but we are an undrafted rookie agent. We're here to prove not only that we belong in this league, but that everybody may a huge mistake by leaving us undrafted, by passing on us during the draft. We're just gonna be showing up to every game with a chip on our shoulder and proving to everybody that what a huge mistake they made. But however, in order to do that, we need to rack up yards, we need to rack up touchdowns, but most importantly, we need to rack up wins, which is the ultimate goal here, to help our team win in any and every way we can. If we have to block, I'll block. If I have to run a route, I'll run it. I'll make the catch. But most importantly, I'll run. And right here, I'm kind of trying to see what we can do as far as play calling goes. But most importantly, I will run with all my heart for this Cowboys team, because they were the ones that were, I want to say, brave enough to take the risk by picking us up from the free agency, and we're gonna pay out on the long run. And in the short, I'm hoping we pay out on the short run for the Cowboys. That's my goal, and of course in the long run, I will want to establish myself as one of the best to ever play at this position. Right here, we're going to continue to run. We have the lead, a very feeble, weak lead, if I may say so myself, but no need to take any unnecessary risks. And the commentator is right there. We really don't have a very good running game right now, but I don't plan for that to stay on. Right there, that was a very unnecessary interception. I believe there was a tight end open right there in the middle of the field, but Romo just had to take that risk. Now we're tied. Coach has put us out there again. He wants to go back to the basics, help Romo shrug the interception off his shoulders. So we need to provide some. We need to provide better running back game here. Wow, those were tough yards, much needed tough yards, a much needed first and 10. We're just gonna continue to do what we know best. So that was to tight end. Few yards, but we'll take him. We're gonna let this go to the fourth quarter here, and big decisions ahead for us. As far as the play calling goes, I don't think I can sustain a running game, and at the same time get into that end zone as fast as we can, because without the passing game we really can't get there as soon as we would love to. So right here I'm going to start to consider some more aggressive passing plays, although I don't know what's going to happen with Romo. I don't know what he's going to decide to do with the ball. Right there we were open, but fortunately he got a completion for many more yards than the ones we could have gotten for him. Again, we're going to give him some breathing room here. We're going to go back to the basics. And we almost got stuffed into the backfield for a loss of yards right here. I just went back to where we got from. Last week we did get a couple of touchdowns. I do see, and those points were a big part of the reason why we won that last game. Right here, we're not able to score. However, on a 2nd and 10, I'm just gonna go ahead and get this huge gain right here. Now this is what we're talking about, and this is 3rd and inches. I'm just gonna see. I'm gonna call a play that's gonna continue with the aggressiveness here, because I just see a huge hole right there, and we were able to take advantage of that. And we're gonna continue. We're gonna take advantage of this few seconds left on the clock before the 2-minute mark. And right here, come on, I wanted to break that tackle so bad.
Over 50 yards rushing on the day.
Nice run that time. When you run the football like
With
this,
this, we go into
over
the
a period
2-minute
of time,
warning.
it's going to wear that defense out. There's no doubt about it.
Let me try
Nice
one of these
job by the
pitches to the
offensive line.
outside because
Back now in this one, and
it can work
time is
very well
running
for
out
us
here in
if
the fourth
if
quarter.
everything goes according to plan. Oh boy, we needed one more block right there, but
That
I
is
wasn't able to
plenty of
get it. I
third
don't know if I
downs
should
on
risk another
this
pitch to
drive.
the outside,
On
this
this
time to the
play, they'll go
other
with
side.
two tight
I'm just gonna
ends.
make it a straight handoff, and I see
Third
potential
and
here.
3. They're going to run it on the
That's it. I'm getting
toss.
my blocks, and I'm just gonna run downhill.
Gains 17.
Uh,
Jim, they got
this is
momentum
very
on their
good.
side right now. They are
This is a
making
very good running
everything
game that
work.
I'm able to
That was a
produce right
nice
now.
play. They pick up another
At a
first
very
down,
clutch
and they've got a good
situation.
drive
This is
going
only
here.
gonna prove to my coaches that they can rely upon me
Teams in the NFL spend about
on those tough
34%
situations.
of
Right
the
here,
time all week long
I had to
making
improvise
plays
with that
in the
spin
red
spin
zone.
move
So
because
there's a lot they can do
I
here.
wasn't able to
Let's see if they
take
come up with
advantage
something
of
that
the
works.
blocks as
What
I
a
would have
drive
liked
this
to.
has been.
This is where I was talking about that the shotgun is a little tricky to run from. Um, but if anything, we're just gonna take that as a challenge to better our
Takes
game,
another
to
handoff.
improve our game.
Tackle made by
Right here, we
Cox
can.
that time. The Eagles in a tie game
Uh,
will call a
I want to say
timeout.
we
They
can gain the
clearly
lead with
want the
that
ball
field goal,
back
but
with a
then again, it
chance to
wouldn't
do
be a
something.
very strong, comfortable lead. So we're just gonna continue
It'll be third down.
uh, to try to get those safe yards. And by safe, I mean to the running game because a pass here we could easily get intercepted.
Back to him.
And come
What's
on,
he
come
got
on.
here?
Oh, I feel like I kept running to the side and I
And the
didn't
Eagles
convert.
will, of course, call the
Actually, I
timeout
did.
now to stop the clock.
First and goal. That was a huge conversion right there.
They come to the line, and it's first
So I can
down.
already see in the coaches' face, they are starting to
That
develop
defensive
some
front
confidence
looks
in me,
impenetrable here on the goal line.
and we're gonna
Right
reward
back
that.
to
Oh
him
boy,
once more.
I got hammered into that
Great
backfield.
job by the defense down at the
Boy,
goal line. They were
I did
playing
not see
tough
that
all
coming.
the way. It was a run. They got
Um,
the penetration, and they tackled the runner for a loss.
right here, I'm just gonna play it safe. Do a pitch to the outside. This is almost a guarantee.
Tie game in this one. Fourth quarter is
Oh
winding
boy,
down.
that number 44 come on the
Nothing
fullback didn't
there
make
as this
the
goes for
block
a
I needed.
loss of 2.
This is very useful because I'm getting to know just how my offensive line
Third and
reacts.
goal from the 4.
Okay, this is it.
With
This
the
is our
toss,
touchdown.
he's in for the
Hopefully,
touchdown.
this is the winning touchdown. Coaches put the game on our backs, on our shoulders by giving us the ball time and time again. We came up with a win. I'll see you guys in the next one.